spot.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, bottom of the hour. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Though it topped the chart at the weekend box office, Warner Brothers had higher hopes for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. According to Deadline, the film had the lowest domestic opening ever for the Harry Potter franchise, pulling in just $43 million. The Secrets of Dumbledore is the third installment of what was planned to be a 5-part series for Fantastic Beasts. Well, time will only tell if Warner Brothers decides to move forward with the last 2 films in the series. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is still going hard at number 2 with $30 million. And at number 3 was The Lost City at $6.5 million. All right, y'all, moving on. The baby took to social media to address the shooting. He shot an intruder at his home in Troutman, North Carolina on Wednesday. He wrote, "I chose not to take a dude's life the other day, and it felt great." He said, "Buddy ain't deserved to go. I stepped righteously. Heal up and live, my boy. Just don't bring your ass back." The 911 call was obtained by TMZ, and during the call, you can hear the trespasser screaming in pain. Now, the baby told the authorities, "I shot him in the leg. He's trespassing on my property. He's neutralized until you guys get here." That's what I'm talking about. What you think about that, Rick? Would you have just took him out or you shot him in the leg?
I mean, it did just depend on how scared I was, because if my grandkids was in the house or whatever, that would have been a whole different story. But if I could have had a clear shot him in the leg, nobody else was around, he was no more of a threat to me, I probably would have done the same thing. But if he'd have made it in the house and my grandkids was there,
yeah, you kind of don't focus on where you're aiming, right?
Man, look at here.
Right.
Boy, I look at them.
All 17 of them.
Okay.
No different from a roach.
Okay.
No different from
Got
a
to
roach.
get crunched.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all, moving on. 4 women who star on Jocelyn Hernandez's reality show, Jocelyn's Cabaret, is suing her for $25 million, alleging that she assaulted and battered them during the show's reunion taping. Now, according to TMZ, Hernandez, 35, is being accused of ambushing the women on set and violently beating them. The women claim that they showed up in heels for the reunion looking all cute for the taping, but Hernandez was waiting for them with some hard-bottom boots on and attacked them. One woman claimed that Hernandez violently kicked her in the ribs, and the other claimed that Hernandez dragged her by her hair and kicked her in the back. Meanwhile, the third woman alleged that Hernandez grabbed her by the neck and shoved her to the ground.
What kind of show was this?
This is she got that Jocelyn's Cabaret. That's why Zeus is kind of under fire, because they got that new show with the guys on it. What is it called, Gary? Bad Boys or
Bad
LA?
Boys LA?
Yes,
yeah.
that, and then they was already under fire for the Jocelyn Hernandez thing. So,
But they should expect that from Jocelyn. I mean, she probably wanted them a certain way, and they can't be coming in looking cute and she in boots.
But that was a lot, though.
yeah, that was
a lot of injuries.
Oh, Lord, yes. Well, last but not least, y'all, we're going to pray for all them people, because they all need some help in one way or another. Now, Lee Daniels, Monique, and Tasha Smith, y'all, are teaming up for the big screen. Why Did I Get Married star Tasha Smith recently secured a starring role in Lee Daniels' upcoming horror movie reportedly titled Demon House. Now, after falling out with Daniels, famed actress, comedian, Monique has teamed back up with the director for the project. Lee recently apologized, as we know, to Monique and the former co-workers. Monique will replace Octavia Spencer, who was originally cast in the starring role, but left the film because she had scheduling conflicts. So congratulations to Tasha Smith. This is going to be good because she's an amazing actor. I can't wait to see Monique in this thing. And it's going to be great. Demon House. I wonder what this horror movie is going to be like.
Gary, you ever thought about doing a horror movie?
Oh, I would love to do a horror movie. I would love to be chased, honey, and spooked out and stuff. Yes, sir, honey. So if anybody got one there,
them little legs, ain't nobody gonna catch Gary with them little legs. He be moving.
With the stomach, yeah, them legs be moving, but they're gonna get him because the stomach he gonna be able to hide.
Oh no, I inhale, honey, and run. Okay,
you gonna get behind the bush. The stomach gonna be sticking out.
All right, y'all. We gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Mark Morriel and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines,
Entertainment.
sports.
It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. The segment is being brought to you by Urban One. It is 10 minutes after the hour, y'all. 2022 is here, and we are officially in primary season. So get answers to the questions that you have by registering to vote. So voting and elections by logging on to vote2022.com. Got your front page. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. Authorities in Pennsylvania and South Carolina are investigating 3 separate incidents of mass shootings over the weekend. A dozen people are recovering after a shooting on Saturday at a Columbia, South Carolina mall. And in Pittsburgh, 2 people were killed. At least 11 more were injured following a shooting at an overnight Airbnb house party. And then back in South Carolina early yesterday morning, gunfire tore through a nightclub in Hampton County, leaving 9 injured. In other news, while COVID-19 might not have been on the top of your mind this weekend, Philadelphia businesses are gearing up for a major change today with the return to work indoor mask mandate. As diners enjoyed their Easter Sunday brunch, restaurants reinstated signage about requiring masks. The city says the mandate is returning because COVID cases have increased 50% over the past 2 weeks. And last but not least, for all you tax procrastinators out there, today is the federal tax deadlines. Now, Americans did have an extra week to prepare these returns that usually don't go beyond the April 15th deadline. So if you still have not filed your taxes, do not panic. Our money expert, Janai Thornton, will be joining us later on in the show today with some reminders, some tips, plus some instructions on how to file for an extension. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news, but for more, just log on to the Rickey Smiley Morningshow.com. Rock T, our sports genius. What's going on?
Oh, man. Well, NBA playoffs tipped off over the weekend. There was a couple firework games, man. A lot of blowouts, but a couple fireworks games. Let's start with Boston and Brooklyn. Let me tell you something, man. Kyrie Irving shot the middle finger to all of the Boston Celtic fans because we know how he exited Boston when he used to play for them. Boston wins game 1. He said, listen, the finger was just something that I was responding to a bunch of them hecklers. They was heckling me. So, hey, I dropped a 3-point shot and turned to him and shot him the bird. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix Suns. Let me tell you something, man. This is going to be the team to beat in the NBA. Phoenix Suns could possibly win this whole thing. And don't be surprised if it's a Phoenix versus Boston Celtic NBA final. I'm just putting it out there. Chris Paul III dropped 30 points saying, listen, y'all think I'm old? I ain't done yet.
Okay, now that's too early to be predicting that, Rock.
Hey, man, it's always too early, but it's cool. It's fun to put some Cinderellas out there.
Right.
I'm just saying, Boston is stronger than what people may think. That's all I'm saying.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So, McDonald's, well, I'll get back to that one, man. Let me shout out to Errol Spence Jr., man. 28-0, 22 knockouts. He returned to the boxing ring and finished off your Dennis Ugas over the weekend, man. Knocked him out in the 10th round. So now he retains the WBC, WBA, and IBF welterweight title. It all went down this past weekend, man. More sports coming up later on in the show. That's what I got for right now. Gary, what's happening?
All right, y'all. It's being reported that Russell Wilson is finally, y'all, established in Denver, and his new home is remarkable. Now, they're saying, y'all, that he and Sierra spent a measly $25 million, honey, on the house. They say it broke records, y'all. I mean, it broke records, honey. They're saying that Russell and Sierra are officially the new residents. They're saying after the Seahawks quarterback was traded, y'all, to the Broncos, y'all, during the offseason, he and his beautiful wife have their boots on the ground in the Mile High City. Now, they're saying this home is breathtaking, honey, in Washington. They said the breathtaking house they had in Washington was $36 million, but now their new crib is the bomb, honey. They say Russell and Sierra recently purchased a $25 million home in the Cherry Hills Village. Are y'all familiar with Cherry Hills Village? Anybody familiar? Now, they're saying, Ricky, the massive price set a record for the most expensive Denver area single-family home, y'all. They got the biggest house, the most expensive house in the area, honey. Now, they're saying that previously the record was held by the former Broncos head coach Mike Shanahan. Now, he purchased a 13-bedroom home in the same neighborhood that Wilson and Sierra are joining for $15.5 million. Now, they're saying the house only has 20,060 square feet, and it has more bathrooms than could ever be necessary. It has 12 bathrooms.
9 bathrooms. all
they got
day.
12. Yeah. They say this house got 12 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, an indoor swimming pool, a basketball court, and a guest apartment. If Future ever decide to come visit Little Future, and they're staying in a garage that could fit 9 cars. So.
Man, I'm really happy for them, man. I hope he do good at the Broncos, and and I'm proud of Sierra, and I love her soda pop.
Yeah.
That's Sierra. That Miss Go.
Sierra Miss dog on it.
That Miss Go.
All right, congratulations.
Come on now, catch up, Tomato.
Okay, we done caught. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is pastel. On the high end, you say pastel, and on the low end, you say powder blue. That's your color for today. That's post-Easter. Brad, what you got coming up in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, some lady keeps staying around Chris Brown's house. She been called to the police about 10 times.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot.
You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show is the bottom of the hour. It is time for the hot spot brought to you by.
Brought to you by Geico. Switch to Geico today and see all the ways you can save. It's easy. Simply go to geico.com to get a rate quote and get started seeing how much you could save. Brickety tat, tickety tat.
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Now, according to TMZ, Chris Brown called the cops after receiving unwanted visits from a woman at his San Fernando Valley home over the past few weeks. Now, 2 weeks ago, the cops were called to the residence after a woman refused to leave the premises, but she left by the time the cops arrived. Then, within the next 2 days, police received a call claiming that the singer needed a welfare check, which they thought seemed fake, but were proven later to be right. Now, then last week, the woman returned to Brown's house and got into a screaming match with his security, and when the cops arrived, they were only able to take an incident report. They were informed that the anonymous woman had been seen on the street by the singer's gate around 10 times. Now, what is this woman trying to do? She just in love with him or obsessed and just want to be by his house? Like, how you going to get into a screaming match with security? What is that going to do?
I mean, just some of them just be man, listen.
Man, a woman used to come up to the station looking for him, saying she was his wife. It was crazy.
You think they were the same lady? She said that she was Miss Brown.
I hope she ain't made herself to San Fernando Valley. Oh, my God. All right, y'all, moving on. During Drink Champs episode with Snoop, Nori revealed that Eminem told Jay-Z that he would not perform at the Super Bowl without 50 Cent. So Nori asked Jay-Z, who gonna perform at the NFL? And Jay said to me, the white guy called for 50 Cent, Nori said. And who is the white guy? Jimmy Iovine? And he said, no, it's Eminem. But he wants 50, and he said he can't do it if he can't bring 50 with him. So Nori added, that is spiritual. And then Snoop responded, of course, that's his guy. And guess who's Dre's guy? It's me. Snoop also discussed the minor criticism Dr. Dre received for his Super Bowl performance, saying, what people don't understand is that he didn't do nothing from the Ruthless catalog, nothing from Death Row, and nothing from the Snoop Dogg catalog. He only had 12 minutes. What could you do in 12 minutes where you could satisfy everybody? You're gonna miss a beat. Where was Ice Cube? That's his ace in the hole. He also revealed that he wasn't sure if he wanted to perform, and Dr. Dre called to say, they want me to do a Super Bowl, and I don't know if I want to do it. Only thing you got to know about Dre is that he's that guy that's in the moment. So if he don't feel like he got a record that's relevant at the moment, then he doesn't think he is in the moment. That is interesting because, I mean, if you got a catalog full of hits, I mean, you could go way back to the NWA days. But,
right.
I guess that's just how Dr. Dre feel. Everybody feel, they're entitled to feel how they want to feel. All right, y'all, moving on. Gospel icons BB and CeCe Winans and Mary Mary went head-to-head in a versus battle last night for Easter Sunday. It was dope. Mary Mary performed hits like Believer, Thankful, Shackles, What a Friend, and more. And then BB and CeCe performed Close to You, Love Said Not So, Feels Like Heaven, Don't Cry, and CeCe's iconic duet with Whitney Houston, Count on Me. Did anybody catch any of that last night?
I forgot. Oh, my God. I completely forgot about it.
It was so good.
I saw some of it. Mary, I saw they killed it. They was killing it. It was cute. I had never seen
Mary killed it, but CeCe don't age. She looks so good.
Don't she look good?
She looks so good. She making us proud. She looks so good.
Yes, y'all. And they both sounded amazing. For real, for real. It was really nice to see that and hear some of those gospel faves that just took me down memory lane with my grandmama and them going to church and all that. Rick, I wish you would have caught it. You would have really enjoyed it.
I bet I would have.
All right,
I can go back and watch it, right?
Yep.
Yep, I think you can.
Okay.
Well, last but not least, y'all, Mary J. Blige will be honored at the Icon Award at the 2022 Billboard Music Awards. And yes, she deserves it. According to Deadline, in addition to being honored, Mary will also perform. The 2022 Billboard Music Awards will air on May 15th, and I cannot wait to see that. All right, y'all, we're going to wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, oh, Lord, we got Rock T's Joker today. Is it going to be funny, Rock T?
Do you have to ask that question every week?
Yes, every week I have to ask, and I be hoping you say no, because it don't be. But that's all right. If y'all got any calls or questions for Dr. MJ Collier, hit us.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is about that time. Ooh, Rock T, joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. Joke of the day. That was wrong, though, Brett.
I know. Shut up.
Yeah, my bad. Rock, it got to be funny, though.
What kind of car does a sheep like to drive?
What kind of car does a sheep like to drive?
A Lamborghini.
Hey, Brett.
Hell no.
Did you see my Hey Baby video?
Man,
hey, baby.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Hey, baby. Hey, baby. Hey,
You
baby.
killed that.
It wasn't horrible, Rock. It wasn't too bad.
You see, we didn't even talk about that joke.
Huh?
We didn't even talk about that.
What are you talking about?
No.
Eva, what's going on in here? I got your front page right here. Eva. Dr. Collier, good morning.
Happy Monday. I hope that you had a great weekend. It's time for your health report. So, Ricky, we all have heard about the breathalyzer test for alcohol consumption, correct? Everybody knows about that.
Yes, sir.
Well, the FDA recently approved a coronavirus test for breath samples. That test can detect the coronavirus within minutes and with a very high degree of accuracy. This is just another example of innovation that they've had in reference to the coronavirus. The Inspect IR COVID-19 breathalyzer, which is about the size of a piece of carry-on luggage, Ricky, can produce results in 3 minutes. It can be used in doctors' offices, hospitals, and mobile testing sites by trained operators. A single machine can analyze about 160 specimens in an 8-hour period. This gives us more options for testing for that, of course. If you think back to the original PCR test where you jab that swab down your nose, these are very uncomfortable and seem to last forever.
Yeah.
The device was tested in a study of 2,400 individuals, both with and without symptoms of the virus. In the study, the test identified 91% of positive samples correctly and 99% of negative samples correctly. So this uses a technique called gas chromatography or gas mass spectrometry, which separates and identifies chemical mixtures to detect 5 compounds associated with the coronavirus in exhaled breath. If it comes back positive on the breathalyzer, of course, they still recommend you confirm it with a molecular test such as a PCR test, and a negative test does not necessarily rule out diseases. You have to be consistent with the person's signs, symptoms, and recent history of exposure. So this is where we are with the coronavirus. We got a breath test that can give you results in 3 minutes. So no more waiting 48 hours for your results to come back. You don't have to call back to the pharmacy to find out. You can get a test result that's relatively accurate. 91% for a positive and 99% for a negative. That's the technology that's available right now.
Oh, man, Dr. Collier, so they probably going to have those everywhere, those breathalyzer tests. And are the numbers starting to go back up on the COVID cases?
Ricky, unfortunately, this new variant, the IB2 variant of the Omicron is now the predominant variant in the United States. Of course, very easy to pass along. A lot of people just casually are getting tested, and they're testing positive, as you've seen in a lot of public events. We've had senators. We had a Speaker of the House. People are still getting this disease process, but the people that have been vaccinated and boosted, they're not having problems with it. They're just testing positive and having mild symptoms. But the people who are not are still being hospitalized, having end-stage sequelae and even, being placed on ventilators, etc. So this pandemic is not over. We're hoping to ease into the endemic phase now. because of easy testing like this. This is really going to make it easier for people because you can get it done in 3 minutes. And any place that's available, it should be covered. But remember, Ricky, right now the government has run out of funds for free testing. It has not been re-voted on yet by the Congress. The Senate is holding that up because they want another bill passed before they will give more money for that. So you may have to pay for this test. If you have insurance or Medicaid or Medicare, you are covered, not a problem. But if you're uninsured about any type of insurance, then you're going to have some issues as far as getting testing is concerned. So, Ricky, these are the opinions of Dr. MJ Collier, not those of Rickey Smiley, the Rickey Smiley Morning Show cast or its production crew. You can reach me on all social media and go to my YouTube channel, @ASK Dr. MJ. Thank you so much, Ricky. Have a great week.
Love you, man.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It's 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea and the Kahlua today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, post-Easter, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. She is arguably, y'all, most well-known for her role as Fancy, honey, on the classic comedy series, The Jamie Foxx Show, y'all. Garcelle Beauvais, y'all, we all know her, the now Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star, wrote a memoir, y'all, detailing her life and interactions in the industry. And they're saying, y'all, that Garcelle, honey, had a bunch of juicy stories to share with the public that we didn't even know about, y'all. It's been reported, y'all, that in her new book titled Love Me As I Am, they said she added a bit more tea, honey. Now, they're saying that Garcelle claimed, y'all, that she ended the relationship with Will Smith when she called his home and heard his poor little son, little Trey, y'all, ask, "Is that Miss Jade on the phone?" She said she immediately, honey, stopped dating him. Now, they're saying that the actress, reality star, also shared a story about curving Michael Jordan many years ago. Now, Garcelle, y'all, she wrote that she was hired, y'all, to pose with Michael Jordan in a post-photo shoot and claimed that prior to booking the gig, she wasn't familiar with the Chicago Bulls star. She said, "I was impressed by how tall and handsome he was." She said, "But he took me on a golf date after the shoot and showed me how to hold a club properly and swing." She said, "It's unclear how many days that we went on total, but Ms. Beauvais admitted to cutting things off after Jordan invited her for a romantic trip to Hawaii." Now, she said, "Like a little naive little girl, I was clutching my pearls and shocked by the idea of going to Hawaii with a man I had just met." She said, "That one I blew." Isn't that something? I didn't know she was messing with what's his name, Will Smith. Not all that's coming out now that Will Smith going through all this mess with the Chris Rock situation and stuff and what have you. But isn't it amazing how people start telling stuff later on in life?
Let me get this right. Will Smith ex went on dates with Michael Jordan?
No,
Fancy did.
Fancy went on a date with Michael Jordan. You know Fancy who played Fancy on Jamie Foxx show? Garcelle Beauvais.
Oh, the model.
Yeah, the model, exactly. She went on a date, and she was dating Will Smith. She said until she found out when she called the mansion, and his son was hollering in the background. His dad, Miss Jada. So evidently, she said she was Will's side chick while he was with Jada, and she did not know that. She was very hurt, so now she's telling it all, though. So I'm wondering. Some people was wondering if her and Jamie Foxx even messed around since she didn't mess with these two guys. Did she ever play with him on the show? But they hadn't come out yet. I guess that's gonna come out probably later on in the year or whatever. So. But congratulations to Garcelle, though. I mean, you know, we need to know these things later on and stuff. Some people don't take things to the grave. I guess they decide to leave it out before they get
That's
to
what the old folks did. They took a whole lot of secrets in the cemetery.
Yes,
honey.
Yeah, Big Mama and them, they didn't.
You find out a lot of stuff once they get older. They get to just talking and baby. You remember back in the day when you be like, what happened?
Big Mama had 8 kids, and one of them kids be white.
Oh, that's
Nobody
right.
talk about it.
Nobody saying nothing.
Nobody said nothing.
It's sad. But you know, it's sad to Alicia Keys. She said, "Just secrets are safe with me." They don't listen to that song, and so she had kept the secrets. But everybody now just talking it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Moving on, in other celebrity news, Ricky, they are dubbing him the next Richard Pryor, y'all. They're saying, y'all, that rapper T.I. got a standing ovation at his latest comedy show where he appeared on the Legends of Comedy tour in Atlanta. Now, it's been reported, y'all, that T.I. performed in front of 10,000 people, y'all, along with fellow comedians DC, Young Fly, D. Ray Davis, Michael Blackson, and so many more. They're saying, y'all, and T.I.'s stand-up, y'all, was so good that the fans not only laughed throughout the show, but they're saying, honey, that it was confirmed that they gave the rapper a standing ovation, y'all.
Oh, man, I want to see that.
Yes, they say he is. They dubbing him as the next Richard Pryor. They say he is that great. Now they're saying y'all that people loved him. And they say T.I. made last week after receiving some boos, honey, after the fans, honey, during his stand-up performance in Brooklyn. But they're saying now they are dubbing him the next Richard Pryor. And some people say he even reminded them of Eddie Murphy, because they say he had some leather pants and stuff. So this is amazing. So congratulations. Have y'all seen that? None of y'all haven't seen this show yet?
I haven't seen it. Special K been following
Yeah,
it
I
close.
seen
K,
it.
well, how was it? How was it set?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was impressive.
He just got to keep working.
He just has to keep working and not. He don't need a headline. He needs to, do shorter sets. And I told them that. I said less is more. I said less is more.
If he hosts a show, it's going to help him with his time, and he's going to have an opportunity to interact more with the audience.
Right.
And that's what's going to make him hosting. Make you become a great headliner in stand-up comedy.
Really?
It helps you build up your jokes.
So do you think he's dubbed the next Richard Pryor? They're saying he's amazing.
I ain't heard nobody saying all that now.
Well,
that's a little soon for that.
Oh, well, that's what they said, honey. Well, congratulations to T.I. and, honey, I mean, he's the biggest comedian and doing great things, honey. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is pastel. On the high end, you say pastel, and on the lunge, you say beautiful powder blue. Did y'all wear y'all powder blue suits yesterday? Anybody wear powder blue suits?
I did.
Ricky?
Y'all, you should have saw what he had on.
Don't do that. I was shocked.
Yeah, do it, Ricky. Let me see.
What
did he wear?
I was dead ass
He had on.
Come on now. That cranberry was killing
We did a show. We was in Little Rock, Arkansas the other night, and he had on his youth pastor suit. It's like the youth pastor getting ready to preach. Only one had the little. Went down to Zara and got their biggest size, and it was still tight.
Them Zara suits be made for real skinny dudes.
You ain't lying, boy. They be $79, boy. I'm going in there.
$129, thank you. $129. Get it right.
Well, it ain't that much better.
Damn, $79. $129, sir.
Hey, I don't care what y'all say. Zara, man, got some nice clothes. Y'all
really do.
For $79 and $29 shirts. You damn right I'm going in there.
You can wear them the next day?
Huh?
You can wear them the next day.
They got good quality stuff, Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
We don't spend $7,000 for a shirt and it still be ugly.
Well, see, honey, my thing is if you go to the consignment store, boo, you could get one that was a couple of $100, honey, and still wear that good fabrics.
Yeah, but you got all them spirits in your house, all them dead folks' clothes, all them old, rich, dead white people clothes.
Okay.
The Dallas metro area in your closet. That's why your ass nervous and scared.
Okay, now. Those girls be haunting me.
I'm glad. Morning show. Hey, the time right now is 24 minutes after the hour. We got your wake up calls. Here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it would be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
Hello, this is Rosie calling from Euclid, Ohio, and I like to wake up my mom, my dog, and my dad. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Yeah, this is Ray Wilson calling for Louisiana. I got some Black Tony friends drive truck. Jermaine Lyles, G-Body, Working JT. Wake up, wake up, wake. Oh, suck. I don't want the police up. I got to go.
I want to wake up my sister E.E. in Cincinnati, Ohio. Wake up, wake up, wake up. This is Straight Jacket Joe coming out of Rockledge, Florida. I need all highways open. Going to Panama City. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
It's a whole gang of cities tuned in.
Hey, let's go, yo.
Come on, Huntsville, wake up. Chattanooga, wake up. And Shreveport, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. When you at Jackson, wake up. Savannah, wake up. And Charleston, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
I appreciate it, Brian.
You're welcome, Ricky.
Ladies and gentlemen, our favorite grandmama, Miss Bernice Jenkins.
Oh, yeah.
Jenny!
Yeah.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, and it is rumored in this church that barbecue grill that you was out there cooking that meat on, that you put on Facebook,
was stolen from. Did you see it, Brad?
Yeah. Brad didn't see that. No.
What they said, and they said they want you to get up in front of the church and apologize for sinning. And if that barbecue grill was stolen, you know that you stole half of that meat. Eva, Brett, Gary, did y'all see that barbecue? Don't nobody. I got no barbecue grill that big. She out there cooking in a
food truck grill.
Casket. Anybody that work for the Birmingham Police Department, please go to High Chaparral immediately and retrieve that barbecue grill. I believe it belonged to Big Daddies that got the barbecue sauce out there. Janie, they gonna put you in jail.
Oh, no, Lord.
You can go to the Facebook page and see it for yourself. I ain't got to lie. And the motherboard also had want to make an apology for the Easter egg hunt that went bad. Mother Cantwell was in charge of the 4 dozen eggs that got hid. And then...
Take your time.
And they know she almost 98. And she forgot to boil the eggs before they got painted.
Oh, Lord.
And all the children was cracking raw eggs and messing up all the Easter outfits. And she went out and hid the eggs, and they forgot that she had Alzheimer's, and she hadn't been seen since.
Oh, Lord.
So not only are they trying to find the rest of the eggs, they're trying to find Mother Cantwell. Oh.
Oh, Lord. Oh.
Mother Beulah Collins is offering a $40 reward for anybody that has seen her cat, Toot.
Oh, no.
And she said that Toot came... And that's the thing. She said her cat name was Toot. And Toot came to choir rehearsal with her on Saturday and must have gotten out of the car. So if you see her cat, just grab it. She says it's gonna run because it's real fast, hairy, and don't move a lot. So y'all make sure if you see Toot, call the police. Funeral service for Deacon Jeremiah Hicks is. You know what? Did you know him, Janie? Jeremiah.
Yeah.
The funeral gonna be Friday. He was 96 and had been fighting off pneumonia, emphysema, scarlet fever, hypertension, and he had just got struck twice by lightning 2 weeks ago. Twice in the same place. But that ain't what killed him.
What happened?
He died when his great-granddaughter fixed him a grilled cheese sandwich and she put too many slices of cheese on it. And he chewed on his dentures and the dentures came loose and slid in his throat and choked him. I'll see you at the funeral, Janie. That concludes our church announcement. All right. All right.
When you do your thing, you can bring it on.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, John Lyon on the one, the two, chicken and waffle mix going down. It is Monday, and I want to thank everybody in Little Rock, Arkansas, and Bowling Green, Kentucky, for a beautiful, funny, awesome weekend. Shout out to the Capitol Hotel. We wasn't going to stay in that hotel, honey. Because the Marriott in the DoubleTree was sold out. They put us in that creepy-ass Capitol Hotel with Bill and Hillary Clinton pictures in all the rooms. Man, that damn furniture from when Bill Clinton was the governor of Arkansas. Hey, everybody in Little Rock, they didn't even get mad when I made the video. They was like, man, yo, we don't go in there either, bro. We always do our parties at the Marriott in the DoubleTree across the street. Listen, man, Little Rock, hey, man, got nothing but love, man. That was one of the best performances. We had so much fun. Thank y'all again for a great time. What up, Ja?
I'm good, man. You already know you shut the place down, man, of course. Yo, make sure you hit me up on that Instagram at JAH Lion Zone.
Ja, I know you did a party last night for Easter with your Easter suit on, DJing.
Yeah, just trying to make my little coins, man, you know.
Yeah, I know it. Blake Tony, where you at, man?
Look.
Man, come on, bro. Everybody had a nice, relaxing Easter, and nobody called in sick in the United States today. Even the people in the hospital are working from their hospital rooms.
I try to have a nice Easter too, but I think it's a tragedy.
What?
It's a tragedy happening in my family.
What happened?
I'm trying to keep it together right now.
So you're not coming to work?
I can't come to work because, it's a family tragedy right now.
All right, what happened?
I'm at the beach right now.
You at the beach?
Yeah, we go to the beach every Easter. We go to Savannah, to the beach. My family do.
Savannah. Oh, y'all in Savannah Beach?
So, you hear the water?
Yep. Yeah.
It's my grandmama's house.
It's your grandmama?
Yeah.
What happened?
She ain't got long to live. And she said she got a bucket list.
Yeah.
She wanted to go ride horses. She wanted to ride a horse.
Yeah.
We found a place to let you ride horses on the beach.
Okay.
And she was on the horse shuttle, but the horse she would ride, somebody let off some firecrackers and the horse got scared. He just started running.
Yeah.
He just kept running down the beach until we couldn't see her no more. She done got real low. He ain't never came back. They just kept running. He was running real fast like he was in a race.
So the horse headed like near Jacksonville, like down the Daytona Beach area? Is it south or did he go back? Did he go back up Winston? Like where did he go? Which way?
Yeah, going up toward North Carolina, Virginia Beach or something like that.
So your grandmama headed north on the beach.
If y'all see a black and white horse with an old lady on it, with a little jogging suit on, please.
What kind of jogging suit she got on?
It's a velour jogging suit.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the teeth. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show, 6 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea in the clue today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood, and here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Andy Warhol, y'all. Andy said, y'all, that everybody will be a star for 15 minutes. And guess who's becoming a star, y'all? Kenny Rock, the brother, y'all, of Chris Rock. Now, he's Chris' younger brother, and they say he wants to slap Will Smith. They say he wants to lace up the gloves and climb into the ring for a boxing match. Now, Chris Rock's brother, Kenny, he just signed a deal, y'all, with celebrity boxing founder Damon Feldman for a fight this summer down in Florida. They said, but he doesn't have an opponent yet, and they're saying that he's calling out Will Smith. They said he said, yeah, Will Smith, he may be a little taller, and he wants to play Muhammad Ali on the big screen, but he is definitely confident, y'all, that he could score a victory over the Oscar winner. Now, isn't that great? That this guy Chris Rock is coming to his defeat. I mean, coming to his side to fight Will Smith to get him in a boxing ring.
It's not that deep, Gary.
Huh?
It's not that deep. They don't need to do that.
Well, but the boy needs the money. I'm sure probably.
You better watch that Ali movie first.
Okay.
And remember.
Kumbaya.
Remember who trained for that.
Yeah, but I mean, at least he's trying. At least he's getting his 15 minutes of fame,
He's trying
y'all.
for a movie, not for a real fight.
Yeah. Okay.
He still might have hands though. If you ain't never trained. But then his brother might have trained, though. I don't know.
Yeah, because he from New York, and they say those New York people know how to fight. Yeah, so he might could just tear up old Will Smith, though. But nevertheless, that's good. He's weighing out on his 15 minutes. He probably got, 13 minutes left. So, it's 15. So, congratulations to Kenny Rock, y'all. I mean, he's doing the right thing. He's putting it out there. He's weighing in on his brother's slap. And, look like all the brothers coming out of the woodwork. I didn't know he had a brother named Kenny. So, now we know that he got a brother named Kenny. So,
that's a lot of them.
Yeah,
it's like 6 of them, Rick.
Yeah, congratulations to him. So, all right, Ricky, did y'all call? Anybody call Martin Lawrence to say happy birthday? He turned 57 the other day, and they
shout out, send Big Bro out a text message, man. He's just always nice and humble and awesome, and I love the relationship that I'm blessed to have developed with him. Yeah, he is definitely a triple OG in comedy. And, man, just to watch him get older, man, he just smooth, old, and and still doing his thing. So, big happy birthday to him.
Yep, he said, quote, how I'm walking into my birthday knowing I'm blessed with a loving family, y'all, amazing friends, and the constant support of my fans around the world, y'all. Happy birthday to Martin Lawrence. He turned 57 years old. He's young, so I thought he was probably older than that, but 57 is a good age, and I'll be glad when I turn that. But anyway, happy birthday to him.
He did about 4 years ago.
Right. We'll talk about that backstage.
What? No, baby, I'm not 57, honey. I'm 46. Thank you. Be clear, honey.
Not with them legs.
Switch them numbers around.
You said me and you born in the same year online, Gary. So you born in 1984.
Thank you. Make no error, honey. So y'all need to get it together.
It's an error.
Them legs already on hospice.
Okay, I'll take
around the clock hospice.
Whatever. Anyway, y'all.
Dallas Cowboys upper body and a hospice bottom body. Like, what the hell?
Whatever.
Like Emmett Smith sitting up in the chair till you look down at the leg, looking like time for timer, a hanker for a hunk of cheese.
These legs were made for walking. My dad always said we got stallion legs. So, honey, don't y'all hate, honey. So, honey, nice, little, quick, fast legs. So, honey, show y'all damn.
You can see the video. Go to Facebook.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, y'all, Travis Scott, y'all, they say he performed at a Coachella after party. They say they wouldn't let him come to the perform at they said because you could do an after party. Yeah. So they say he didn't make an official appearance at Coachella this week. They said, but he did perform at a nearby after party. So that was really nice. According to TMZ, they're saying he arrived at the venue and the La Quinta around 3 a.m. and played 5 of his own songs during a brief. DJ said they say Pitchfork has reached out to Travis Scott representatives for further comment, but that's good. He probably made a lot of money at that after party too. There might not have been more than he was made at the Coachella.
You're talking about the La Quinta Hotel, right?
I think that's
La
what it
Quinta.
was.
La Quinta?
La Quinta.
I know they ain't doing when they start doing events.
Well, honey, they probably did it for Travis because, honey, Miss Kylie probably bought out the whole place if that where it was, honey.
Hell, you can buy it. Okay, let me be quiet.
Don't do
it.
Okay. $400.
The good Lord today, honey, is my baby. Because let me tell you something about you. Don't be sitting there correcting us. It's the La Quinta. Sitting there talking about the La Quinta.
About 400.
Now, the one off of 75 is nice, but I don't know about the rest of them.
The newer ones are really nice.
Let it go. Let it go.
I mean, I stay in them all the time if they're brand new.
It's nicer than that Capitol Hotel.
You ain't lying. That Capitol Hotel in Little Rock, boy. I saw three white girls in the hallway jump rope in slow motion, singing their
dead Confederate spirits floating around in there.
A powder blue that you come up with.
He ain't lying.
What?
Gary, he not lying. We had a stay there this weekend, and I made a Facebook post video. I literally stayed in the car. In my car for 3 hours, sleeping in the car. I was not going inside that
night with all the lights on.
Creepy ass hotel. Everybody that was on the tour made videos about that funeral home, that big funeral home with rooms. That's all it is.
Oh my God!
Everybody in Little Rock, they don't go to that hotel. Everybody go to the Marriott in the DoubleTree. They do not go to that damn Capitol Hotel, boy. That hotel and the one in Savannah that used to be a funeral home. Mm-hmm. That damn $600 a night room, they charge the people an arm and a leg for them damn rooms, and that damn hotel in Savannah used to be a funeral home. Hell to the no.
Hell no. To the no. Hey, Gary, yes. I give you $1,000 if you stay at the Capitol Hotel for one night.
Now if you got spirits, depending on who the spirit is, honey.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
It's the front page news. It's what's trending now.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. This segment is being brought to you by Prilosec. OTC prevents excess acid production that can cause heartburn. So don't fight heartburn and block it with Prilosec. OTC, used as directed for 14 days to treat frequent heartburn, not for immediate relief. All right, listen, check it out, y'all. The Irs Tax Return Deadline is today. That means that if you haven't already, you should be filing your taxes or a tax extension today. Now, our money expert, Janai Thorne, is here to answer some of the most common questions about all of this. And if you have something that you want to ask, you can call right now, 866-9-RICKEY, 866-9-RICKEY. All right, good morning, Janai. Let's get started with some basic questions. Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah.
It's morning.
All right, here we go. So one of the questions is, who is required to file a tax return?
Ricky, that's actually based on your income. So for single people, if your income is over $12,550, you're required to file a return. But for people who are self-employed, if you made at least $400, you are required to file a tax return.
Oh, wow.
Well, Janai, who needs to file an extension, and how can they file one today?
Okay, so Brett, this is a big deal. So if you know that you owe, if you are certain that you owe, you need to file an extension. That's Form 4868. You can go to irs.gov. You can file electronically for free. But, Brad, the issue is an extension is an extension of time to file. It is not an extension of time to pay. So if you owe, you need to pay as much as you can today. And please make your payments online. Do not mail your payments to the IRS, but pay as much as you can. So if you're one of those people, you know that you don't owe, you are not required to file an extension. But again, if you owe, file, pay as much as you can, and then begin to make payments after the deadline.
Okay, so Janai, I have been reporting for months about how backed up the IRS is. So realistically, how long is it taking the IRS to process our refunds? And how can our listeners check the status of our refunds, know when they're coming in? Give us some tools.
All right, so the IRS reported about 2 weeks ago that they are behind by about 5 million tax returns.
Oh,
That's how backed up they are. 5 million tax returns. So on average, if your return has no problems, you could probably get your and you filed electronically too. You could get your refund in about 21 days. Now, if you are not filing electronically, you're mailing in your return, it's going to take you months to get that refund back. So please file electronically. And you can track your refund, though. So go to irs.gov, G-O-V. They have a button you could click to track your refund, or you can use the IRS's app. It's IRS, the number 2, go. You can download their app, and you can track your refund through the app as well.
All right, so basically the IRS is pretty much looking like Gary's stomach. Let's go. Let's take a look.
I had a question. I had a question behind that.
Yeah, you're talking about the IRS being backed up. Go ahead, Gary.
Message.
Crazy.
Oh my, Janai, a serious question. Like when I get to the people on the streets when they be asking, we'll work for food and give money and donation like that, can I file that on my taxes as well?
Gary.
Huh?
Oh, kind of because you're giving, Gary, right?
Yes. Gary, that's a good question.
Yes, it is, honey, because I give, and that you could write that off.
And that's why they keep sticking their hand in the window robbing you. Get robbed every 2 weeks in Atlanta.
So, Gary, I'm happy you helping people, but actually you can only write off donations that you're making to a 501c3. So it has to be an organization. So whether you're giving to a church or giving to the American Heart Association, a particular college, those are the contributions that are actually tax deductible.
All right, let's go to the phone right quick. You're on with Janai Thorne. Good morning.
My question is, if you're married and you file jointly and you have a small business, when you file an extension, do you have to file separate extensions for each?
All right, good morning. So if you're married and you're filing the joint return, you're going to file one extension together. So the two of you can file an extension together. Now, for your business, it depends upon the type of business that you have, because actually, y'all, the business tax deadline, for example, if you're an S corporation, if you're a partnership, that tax deadline was actually March 15th. So we've missed that one already. Yeah. So if you're a sole proprietor, if you just file the Schedule C on your own tax return, you have an LLC, you're the only owner, that return, that form, you're going to attach that to your personal return, and you're going to file that one now. So again, but if you're filing jointly, y'all file one extension together. That's a really good question.
All right, let's go to the phone. You're on Janai Thornton. Good morning.
I would like to know if you have to file an extension for the state as well as the federal return.
You know what? You do not have to file an extension with the state. Now, you can make your payments with the state, assuming that you owe. But, most states do not require for you to file an extension. They accept the federal extension.
All right, John with Janai Thornton. Good morning. Oh, I'm sorry. All right, they hung up. Janai, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, if y'all have any more tax questions, of course, you can follow me at Janai Thornton. That's JINITHORNTON. Ricky, did you get your taxes done?
I did. I don't mess around. I'll never have myself in that predicament ever again in my life.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I don't play with that one. I'll go broke paying them. They not finna be putting liens on stuff or whatever. I had let Gary do my taxes 1 year. Hey, Janai, that thought of the IRS being bagged up, Gary's stomach gonna be in your head all day, right?
I looked at my stomach and I said,
"Crazy, Ricky."
Gary, you look down, Gary.
Ricky, let me tell you something, honey. I looked in the mirror. If y'all ever look in the mirror, my stomach was protruding and my butt flat. I hate my look. So,
Gary, we're gonna change it. We're gonna take you down to Cool Scuff and sit you on that machine.
Yeah,
thank you.
I get you a BBL.
Got to Miami.
To all the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, it is about that time, 12 before the top of the hour. Time for Eva's Corner. Eva, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Eva's Corner, where we talk about all things womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. And today, I would like to talk about what my mother would call a champagne or a Cadillac problem. Now, small problems, especially when you're dealing with family, if they're not dealt with, those little problems can turn into really big problems. So a lot of us enjoyed Easter yesterday. I, like a lot of us, cooked out and had family members over and was really excited to have them over, Ricky, because the pandemic hasn't really allowed us to really bond and have time with our loved ones. So I was looking forward to it. But Easter is one of those holidays where you don't necessarily see a lot of your friends, right? Because they're with their family members. And I had one of my girlfriends that came over with her husband. And I was very surprised. I didn't understand why she was there, always invited, but she has a family of her own. And she explained to me that she was taking a break from her family. So I needed her to elaborate and please explain what that meant. Well, long story short, this is the couple that in the family, they do well for themselves. They're not rich by any means. They budget, but they just live below their means. So they have a little extra cash. And the family has always looked at them as the cha-ching. So whenever they need something, that's who they call. And this one time, the sister needed a car. And I guess they have an extra car that they don't really use. And basically asked them, let me have your car. And the answer was no. And baby, I don't know why we do not like the answer no. Since she said no to her sister, they have decided that they don't want to come to a family function. They have now made their name dirty in the family, talking about they're stingy. And so is it me, but do you owe it to your family if you have more than them to help them? Like, is that part of it?
The one that asked for the car, is she coming over there to wash the car or to fry some bacon or to pick me up from the airport or anything towards my success, college tuition, a payment, some sandwiches in the dorm? The hell you will? People kill me want something, got their hand stuck out, but they don't want to have nothing to do with you while you're going through your process to get what you got.
Thank you.
Let me drive you out. Okay, let me get them keys. I'm gonna drive you out of town this weekend. I know you got a show. I'm gonna drive you down there and make sure you get back safe. I'm gonna meet you down there and go ahead and check in your hotel room and make sure you're comfortable, change the sheets for you.
Any of that.
Anything.
Any help.
Nothing.
Anything. The little
I can tell you some people that sat down and told me some stories. I had to train people, stuff like that. But if they got their hands stuck out like that,
but when it's your family, Ricky, it's so hard. Like friends, friends are.
Eva, let me break something down for you.
Break it down for me, Ricky. Break it down for me.
The
Teach
nerve.
Soft spot with a nerve with me and Brett. First of all, they're not family; they're relatives, and it's a difference.
Okay.
Right? Family are the comedians and the people that's on the road with you, helping you with all the things that I just named. That's your family.
Okay.
Your relatives are almost cursed. The stuff that you're born into, that you have no control over, that's biologically related to you. But it's a difference between family and relatives.
Yes,
and once you understand what that difference is, or whatever, the people you spend most of your time with and work with and have a vibe with and chemistry with or whatever, because it's some folks that I work with that I would give a left kidney for, and it's some relatives that I wouldn't pee on them if they was on fire.
Man.
You better preach Rickey Smiley today.
And I mean, I mean that. I said what I said.
No. If she could be invited to more, functions. And I said, you can always come to my house, and I wouldn't tell you what to do with your family, but you do want to feel welcomed in the spaces that you habitate. So if you are not welcome and don't feel welcome around your family member, like Ricky said, they relatives.
My thing is, what have you done? What have you done for me? Just hit me to say how you doing once a week, or a card, or just a
handwritten
thinking
note.
Of you. Anything throughout
you can
the
write
course
it on
of
the back
my life. Don't show
inside
up now.
of a cereal box cardboard with a Sharpie. Anything.
People have feelings. Like, she was really sad. I don't even think her family realized. She cried to me. She really felt the way about it. But we got some callers. I want to know what you guys think. Play the call.
It's a real situation with me. My family, I do make, pretty decent salary. And when they get in situations, they look to me like I'm supposed to help them. I will do it out of the kindness of my heart, but don't tell me I have to because of my salary. No.
Absolutely not. There's a difference between willingness and obligation. I'm not obligated. I may be willing, but I'm not obligated to do it.
No, my brother used to ask my dad, Daddy, you got some extra cash? Daddy said, what's extra cash?
Absolutely not. You have to learn how to say no to family. If you are the one, don't forget, they don't have that money. You have to learn how to say no, because if you become broke one day, guess what? They broke, they out. But, you have to learn how to say no to family and keep them motivated to go forth and make more money, man, make more capital for themselves.
And I had to have a conversation with my uncle, who's a midget. We met at Longhorn Steakhouse, and when he sat up there on the chair, when that lady brought them crayons over, we didn't get to talk because I was too big. Hey, Eva, thank you so much for that. Let everybody know how they go.
I had one thing, though, Ricky. What happened? Now, what happened to the expression, you are blessed to be a blessing?
To whoever you want to bless.
But the Lord loves a cheerful giver.
Yeah. So y'all should give these people cheerful if they want to borrow your car or if they need some help.
Crazy as hell.
No, she wanted the car.
Then when they tear it up, they talking about some...
Ricky, she didn't ask for a tire change. She didn't ask for help. She knows that they have a spare car. It's a little hoopty. It's for the kid that's learning how to drive. But the sister literally asked, can I have your car?
Man.
Crazy as hell.
You can buy it.
Thank you.
I'll let you make payments on it even, but you can't
It's simple. It just goes back to basic stuff. You just have to train people how to treat you, and then you have to set yourself up where they know not to ask for certain stuff. Set yourself up like that, then people will be mindful before they even ask. And then, like my grandparents say, have some common sense and mix it with common courtesy. And there are some things that you should not ask. And just because you can don't mean that you should. Don't even, like my granddaddy taught me, man, don't even put anyone in a predicament to tell you no. Think about it. That's why you got to think things through before you ask for dumb stuff. And like, well, should I ask for that? I don't think I should ask for that and put him in a predicament where he'll have to tell me no. You know what I'm saying? So stuff like that, man, you just think about it and stop being so selfish and figure out how can I, Can I rent the car from you? You know what I'm saying? One thing about my kids, man, they don't never ask for money. They say, Dad, you have any work for me to do where I can make some extra money? Because there's a couple of books that I need to get for these classes. And he'll drive all the way from Montgomery to Birmingham and stay out there. Bought his girlfriend. He had his girlfriend out there in the yard doing yard work. I said, boy, you got a real one. She played volleyball for fam
right.
or whatever. I said, you got a real one to come out here and do yard work with you. Made their money. He went and took a shower, got in his used Nissan Altima or whatever, and drove back and made his money and did what he had to do. And that's about what manhood and being responsible is all about.
That R word.
This entitlement stuff is crazy. Just because somebody got it, that don't mean you should ask for it.
Amen.
It's not yours. What God has for you is for you.
And be okay to accept a no. A no is a no. Like, you shouldn't guilt somebody for telling you no.
Come on now.
You better tell that to the African American race.
Literally.
They can't stand it.
You be happy for a yes all day, but you get one no.
One no.
And that's all they remember.
That's all they know.
Yeah. But they don't remember. They don't remember nothing you did.
Nothing else.
Nothing you did. Boy, wait till I come out with this movie. Boy, I'm going to have some relatives that hate my ass. You think they hate my ass now? Wait till I write this next book, whatever. So, and I'm just writing it just where people can learn from it, from my personal experience and stuff. You know, stop. The Bible said, cast not your pearls unto swine.
To the swine.
There you go.
Come
on. Brad, you knew Prince. What was he like?
Man, he was incredible, man. He was just a great person to talk to. Listen to. He gave you great advice. He ain't want no meat on his property, though. You could not eat no meat. You couldn't talk about no meat or nothing like that. One time we was at his house and they was serving some meat, and man, that whole company had to pack up and get the hell out of there. He ain't play about no meat.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Wow, man. But that is just awesome that you do somebody like that, man. That was like the song. And what album was that from? That was the Purple Rain album, right?
No, the 1999
album.
1999. Right. Remember that song, You Need Another Lover, like you needed a hole in your head. That Under the Cherry Moon soundtrack. Don't nobody talk about that one much, but that was one of my favorites.
I love that movie, dog.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. All right, y'all, more Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up 9 minutes after the hour. Don't you want to go? Don't you want to go? Do everybody remember 1999, right before 2000, whatever, everybody thought the world was finna come? Yes, sir. Churches was packed on New Year's Eve. Nobody went to New Year's Eve parties.
Yep.
1999, everybody was up in Groveland and was packed. Mount Zion was packed. Shiloh Missionary Baptist Church was packed. Mount Morriel Missionary Abyssinia Baptist Church was packed. All the churches was packed. They was in Faith Walkers. They was in Mount Zion. They was in Friendship West. They was in Mount Olive and Fort Lauderdale. You couldn't get in a church when 1999, right before New Year's came, because they thought you was going to hell. Hey, dog.
Yeah, I remember all that, dog.
Boy, we was in there, but then right after you made it to 2000 and 2001 came, that New Year's, everybody was back out at celebrating with Dick Clark, waiting for the ball to drop, and for some was waiting for more than one ball to drop. And so listen.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, 26 minutes after the hour, y'all, the front page news is being brought to you by.
It's brought to you by Toyota. Make a powerful statement every time you pull up in the pickup that's changing the game. The all-new Tundra. Toyota. Let's go places. Eva for Sheba.
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Monday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcel, here with a quick look at your front page news. Authorities in Pennsylvania and South Carolina are investigating 3 separate mass shootings from over the weekend. One person has been arrested in connection with a shooting on Saturday at a Columbia, South Carolina mall where 14 people were injured. And in Pittsburgh, more than 90 shots were fired at an Airbnb house party, killing 2 juveniles and injuring at least 11 other people. Then back in South Carolina early yesterday morning, gunfire tore through a nightclub in Hampton County, leaving 9 injured. Meanwhile, once again, the U.S. is looking at what could be another COVID-19 surge, with cases rising nationally in almost every state after a 2-month decline. Infectious disease experts say while no one expects it to peak nearly as high as the last Omicron surge, one big unknown is that we don't know how high the next wave is going to grow. The coming wave, caused by the mutant called BA2, is thought to be about 30% more contagious. Meanwhile, in Philadelphia, where COVID-19 cases have increased about 50% in the city over the past 2 weeks, the indoor mask mandate is being reinstated today. And last but certainly not least, the Florida Department of Education is rejecting more than 40% of the math textbooks from next school year's curriculum, citing that they are reference to critical race theory amongst other reasons. The department says 54 textbooks submitted will not be added to the state's adopted list because they do not adhere to Florida's new standards or contain prohibited topics. The list of rejected books is the most in Florida's history. All right, that was a quick look at your front page news, but for more, just log on to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, let's get y'all brought up to speed. If you hadn't watched the NBA playoffs that tipped off over the weekend, couple of games had some explosive fireworks. Let's start off with the Boston Celtics and the Brooklyn Nets, who some are saying this could be the finals before the finals. Let me tell y'all something, man. I get it. Brooklyn got Kevin Durant, Kyrie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's kind of picking them in the East to get to the finals, but the Boston Celtics are for real. I put it out there last week, and I'm going to hold strong. I think Boston is going to win this series and beat Brooklyn. Yes, indeedy, man. Stay tuned for that one right there. Also, Phoenix Suns, they're the overall favorites because they got the best record in the NBA this year. Chris Paul III, Devin Booker. Look, man, they for real. They are the leaders in the West. It depends on what Luka Doncic does when he comes back from his injury with the Dallas Mavericks, but Phoenix is going to be tough to beat. I'm just going to go ahead and say it, man. They represent that West right there. NBA MVP finalists, Nikola Jokic of the Denver Nuggets, Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Milwaukee Bucks, and Joel Embiid of Philly. Those are the three finalists. I think Joel Embiid is going to finally get his MVP this year for whatever reason. He has deserved it. Will he get it? Only time will tell. Last but not least, got a shout out to Errol Spence, who is now 28-0, 22 knockouts, knocked out your Dennis Ugas over the weekend in the 10th round. He now owns the WBC, WBA, and the IBF welterweight title belts, and we are all hoping and praying that he fights Terrence Crawford next. That's the fight that everybody wants to see. If you know anything about boxing, that's going to be a phenomenal matchup. So let's stay tuned to see what happens. So what I got in sports right about now, follow the social media at Rock T Holla, and the Briggity Tat has the
hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, bottom of the hour. It is time for the hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tad, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into it. Though it topped the chart at the weekend box office, Warner Brothers had higher hopes for Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. According to Deadline, the film had the lowest domestic opening ever for the Harry Potter franchise, pulling in just $43 million. The Secrets of Dumbledore is the third installment of what was planned to be a 5-part series for Fantastic Beasts. Well, time will only tell if Warner Brothers decides to move forward with the last two films in the series. And Sonic the Hedgehog 2 is still going hard at number 2 with $30 million. And at number 3 was The Lost City at $6.5 million. All right, y'all, moving on. The baby took to social media to address the shooting. He shot an intruder at his home in Troutman, North Carolina on Wednesday. He wrote, "I chose not to take a dude's life the other day, and it felt great." He said, "Buddy ain't deserved to go. I stepped righteously. Heal up and live, my boy. Just don't bring your ass back." The 911 call was obtained by TMZ, and during the call, you can hear the trespasser screaming in pain. Now, the baby told the authorities, "I shot him in the leg. He's trespassing on my property. He's neutralized until you guys get here." That's what I'm talking about. What you think about that, Rick? Would you have just took him out, or you shot him in the leg?
I mean, it did just depend on how scared I was, because if my grandkids was in the house or whatever, that would have been a whole different story. But if I could have had a clear shot him in the leg, nobody else was around, he was no more of a threat to me, I probably would have done the same thing. But if he'd have made it in the house and my grandkids was here,
yeah, you kind of don't focus on where you're aiming, right?
Man, look at here.
Right.
Boy, I look at them.
All 17 of them.
Okay.
No different from a roach.
Okay.
No different from a roach.
Get crunched.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all. Moving on. 4 women who star on Jocelyn Hernandez's reality show, Jocelyn's Cabaret, is suing her for $25 million, alleging that she assaulted and battered them during the show's reunion taping. Now, according to TMZ, Hernandez, 35, is being accused of ambushing the women on set and violently beating them. The women claim that they showed up in heels for the reunion looking all cute for the taping, but Hernandez was waiting for them with some hard-bottom boots on and attacked them. One woman claimed that Hernandez violently kicked her in the ribs, and the other claimed that Hernandez dragged her by her hair and kicked her in the back. Meanwhile, the third woman alleged that Hernandez grabbed her by the neck and shoved her to the ground.
What kind of show was this?
This is she got that Jocelyn's Cabaret. That's why Zeus is kind of under fire, because they got that new show with the guys on it. What is it called, Gary? Bad Boys or
Bad
LA?
Boys LA?
Yes.
Yeah.
That, and then they was already under fire for the Jocelyn Hernandez thing. So.
But they should expect that from Jocelyn. I mean, she probably wanted them a certain way, and they can't be coming in looking cute and she in boots.
But that was a lot, though.
Yeah, that was
a lot of injuries.
Oh, Lord, yes. Well, last but not least, y'all, we're going to pray for all them people, because they all need some help in one way or another. Now, Lee Daniels, Monique, and Tasha Smith, y'all, are teaming up for the big screen. Why Did I Get Married star Tasha Smith recently secured a starring role in Lee Daniels' upcoming horror movie reportedly titled Demon House. Now, after falling out with Daniels, famed actress, comedian, Monique has teamed back up with the director for the project. Lee recently apologized, as we know, to Monique and the former co-workers. Monique will replace Octavia Spencer, who was originally cast in the starring role, but left the film because she had scheduling conflicts. So congratulations to Tasha Smith. This is going to be good, because she's an amazing actor. I can't wait to see Monique in this thing. And it's going to be great. Demon House. I wonder what this horror movie is going to be like.
Gary, you ever thought about doing a horror movie?
Oh, I would love to do a horror movie. I would love to be chased, honey, and spooked out and stuff. Yes, sir, honey. So if anybody got one there,
them little legs, ain't nobody gonna catch Gary with them little legs. He be moving.
With the stomach, yeah, them legs be moving, but they gonna get him, because the stomach he gonna be able to hide.
Oh no, I inhale, honey, and run. Okay,
you gonna get behind the bush. The stomach gonna be sticking out.
All right, y'all. We gonna wrap up the hot spot on that note. But coming up next, we got Mark Morriel, and we got the praise mix down. The time now is 25 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
The morning show, it's time for the State of Black America with National Urban League President and CEO Mark Morriel. Mr. Mark, good morning, man.
Hey, good morning, Ricky, and hope you had a great weekend. And those celebrating Easter, happy Easter. Those celebrating Passover, the very same. And if you celebrated Ramadan or if you're observing Ramadan, we also send our best wishes. So it's great to be with you again, Ricky. And last week we were in Atlanta, Georgia on Tuesday. At Clark Atlanta University with the faculty, the staff, and the students at the AU Center for the release of the State of Black America. And it was a powerful event with a rally out there on the promenade where we kicked off our civic engagement and voting campaign to encourage people to vote in the upcoming primaries and also in the fall elections, Ricky. The State of Black America is challenging right now because of this assault on American democracy, the many, many ways that we outline in our report that the forces, I think they're evil forces. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Evil forces are trying to strip away and make it more difficult for us to vote in the fall elections and in primaries across the nation. This is an assault. It follows 4 years of Trumpism. It follows the January 6th insurrection. It follows Supreme Court decisions over the last 10 years, which have whittled away at the Voting Rights Act.
Yes, sir.
It also is a response to the increasing population of black people and Latinos and other people of color across the nation who are registering to vote, who are participating in elections, and there are those that want to dilute push back, thwart our effort to sit at the table as equals to make the decisions that affect this country. So democracy and voting was a centerpiece of this year's State of Black America report. We had maps. We outlined the four elements of the plot to destroy American democracy, and we outlined ways that all of us can respond to this. This issue is foundational. Now, from an economic standpoint, an education standpoint, on an overall basis, the report shows that before COVID, we had made modest, infinitesimal, really, Ricky, and that means very small progress in closing gaps, really, in the last 15 years. Some progress in economics, although modest, some progress in health, although modest, but we took a backward step in areas like social justice. So the work is very important. We cannot be frustrated, dejected, or feel defeated. We have to forge ahead. And so I want everyone to go to stateofblackamerica.org, get the report, study the report, read the report. And as an added feature this year, we have the Pulse of Black America, which is a public opinion poll, where we poll thousands of black people, yes, and white Americans, and others, to see what they think about issues of equity and justice in this country. So this report is for you. It's for everyone who's listening. It's for community leaders. It's for students. It's for activists. It's for elected officials. It's for small business owners. It's for everyone in the community who wants to know and have a resource document and a roadmap on how we do our work in 2022, Ricky. And that is the State of Black America report. I want everyone to follow me at Mark Morriel, at Nat Urban League, across all social media channels. Don't forget, my book, The Gumbo Coalition, is available to you if you want to learn how to be a leader, Ricky. And that is the State of Black America for today.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mark. I also enjoyed you on MSNBC last week, man. So proud of you, and thank you for everything that you're doing. And y'all, please, help me give it up for the former New Orleans mayor and Louisiana State Senator, who is the National Urban League president, Mark Morriel. Thank you so much for joining us, and we appreciate you, as always, keeping us up to date on the State of Black America. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up.